Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. DSS arrest Omoyele Sowore. Reports coming in as it that convener of the hashtag Revolution Now campaign, Omoyele Sowore, has been arrested by the Department of State Service, DSS. According to Sahara reporters, also owned by the activist, it was gathered that he was picked up in the early hours of Saturday. Sowore had reportedly tweeted at exactly 1:25 a.m. DSS invades Showore's while an eyewitness confirmed that his phone had been forcefully taken away from him. The arrest may not be unconnected with the planned staging of hashtag Revolution Now campaign, which is scheduled for Monday, August 5th across the country. Like I told you guys, I said this, and most of you have said this. A lot of you on this platform, you have really said it when we talked about the campaign that will be going on Monday, 5th of August, that a lot of people need to come out, and a lot of you have been advising and encouraging other people to come out. We need to come out and be united, having one voice. Not that some people will now go back and will start castigating and all of that, because we are in all of this together. And I was saying it, and people, like I said, some of you have said it, that before that anything could happen. I said it, that anything could happen, but we hope that it goes as planned. But with what we are seeing now, it's going to be on Monday, and I've heard that there's going to be public holiday on Monday. So I was just trying to connect the whole thing, because I got to know about that some days back, that there's going to be public holiday on Monday. So I was like, I hope these guys are not trying to be funny, because federal government has said there's going to be public holiday on Monday. I was like, I hope it's not connected with the protest that will be going on Monday. So just this morning, we heard that he's been arrested by the DSS. He tweeted it, it's something that is in the public domain. So we don't even know what is going to happen, because this same thing happened when Two-Face tried to come out then, that we needed to come out and let our opinions, let the government know how we feel about what has been happening in the country. All of a sudden, whether it was threatened, whether it was whatever, a lot of people started accusing him that he never had that liver to call for this thing, and everybody was really ready to go along, to go with him then. Because of course, he has a large followings, and a lot of people reasoned and resonated with what he was talking about, because all of those things that they've been talking and are really affecting us as people day to day or day by day. So at the end of the day, the whole thing was cancelled. Though it still went on that time, but it was not like if really he was really involved. Though he came out and apologized, but a lot of people still really try to understand where he was coming from, because they don't wanted to rubbish this guy. So like in this Sowore too, we've been seeing that sign, but we know that this guy is somebody that you cannot just pocket. Of course, he has said a lot of things, during Abiola, that he was part of the people that really, fought for this June 12th. And we could see the videos, when he was with Abiola, when they were going from places to places, and from his antecedents, even while he was in Unilag. And I see learned that they didn't allow him to speak. There was something he was supposed to even do, or maybe a kind of talk in Unilag, but they deprived him. The school system did not allow him to come and give a lecture. I think last week or so, it happened last week. That one happened last week. I was just like, trying to think of everything that, are you sure that this protest or the campaign is talking about we hold on Monday, which is on the 5th of this month. So today now, they've arrested him. So what have they arrested him for? We don't know. Magic government abracadabra. It's gonna take courageous people. And when you talk of courageous people, in their large numbers, people will like, okay, no matter what it's going to take, no matter what is going to happen, it is just the few people in this country that are enjoying the dividends of democracy. Like I said, the most lucrative job in Nigeria, whether you accept it or not, is, just go into politics, just be a politician and being able to strategize yourself, for you to be able to get a juicy position. You are made for life. Our politicians, they are the most richest politicians on earth. And you can imagine now the people they are governing, they are living in abject poverty and they don't care, they don't bother. And every year in, year house, you hear the budget they make for a lot of infrastructural projects, yet you don't get to see them. Even the president's wife came out and said all the money budgeted for some of the social intervention or so, they couldn't get it. Thank God she's not an opposition party. They would have like, oh, don't say that. She's paying, she's this, she's that. They are not getting the corruption money they used to get. But what is happening under their regime? Nothing. Just like the president has come out that he has been able to lift a 5 million children out of poverty. People were like, wow, how come? When did that happen? Once they go in there, that is one thing I was trying to tell somebody. I don't even know how these people reason. You see, that is why you see a lot of things going on. All these multinational companies, they will come to Nigeria and they will be misbehaving because our government is not standing. All these multinational companies, they cannot try all those rubbish even in their own country, even in these developed countries, because they have a rules and regulation and everybody must follow through. But in Nigeria, we have those laws there, but it is not for. It's meant for the commoners. It's meant for ordinary Nigerians. But when it comes to them, they try to manipulate it. That is when you now be hearing, do you know who I am? I'm going to call the IG of police. I'm connected to this. I'm connected to the president. I'm connected to the governor. That is what you'll be hearing. And before you know it, the case that you are seeing that it is purely white. Before your very height, everything will turn to black because they will change it for you. So that is the kind of system we are living in. That is the kind of system we are running. And they don't want us to talk. The people that are holding Nigeria to ransom, they are not up to 5%. And the 95% of us, we are so docile. They've been able to put this fear in us that you cannot talk. Even if you want to say anything that it's even wrong, they will tag you as unpatriotic. Even the president is saying it. You can imagine at Obasanjo at his level, trying to say things the way they are, the things, the happiness in the economy, in the country, they are telling him that it's unpatriotic. They don't just want you to say it. And unfortunately, you cannot be there forever, because even the same Obasanjo, I was telling somebody, even for the father, I will say, okay, let us take the message and leave the messenger. But when he was there too, he will say, okay, he made some impact, but what people really expected him to have done, because the way you are talking now, if you had done most of these things, though you tried, we are still giving it to you. But what we are saying is that, the level at which you ought to have taken the country to, it was not up to that standard. Now, after the maximum you can spend in that office is 8 years. And once you come out, then you begin to see the reality. Unfortunately, they always know the reality. They always see the reality. But once they get into that power, it's something else. It's like there's something, a casting veil is already covering them up. The power intoxicates them. They are power drunk. They don't see anything. They don't listen to anybody. They believe they are doing the right thing because of their selfish interest. But after 8 years or 4 years, when they are out of that government, they'll begin to see things. They'll begin to talk like elder statesmen. They'll begin to talk with wisdom. And that is why you see that people don't really want to hear what they say. But we cannot just continue like that. That is why we need to come together, have a united force, not that united voice, not that some people will be saying A, some people will be saying no, it is B, it is D, it is whatever. We cannot grow like that. Is this going to happen to this same government too? You are going to be there. You are there now, and you are going to be out of the office. So once you come out, then you start talking, because before they got it, we know how Buhari started to. Before he got into that power, he was talking, he was saying a lot of things, and nobody arrested him, nobody intimidated him. Now he has been there. Now he doesn't want people to talk about him. You talked about other people before you got there. Now they are talking about you. You are pained. You are not comfortable, and you want to use every other means, to suppress people. And that is what they have, they've succeeded in doing. They've, used their poverty to weaponize us. They use all manner of things, fear, intimidation. God help us, Sowore. Before you know it, you are going to hear it. They will want to say he has done this, because before now, he contested for the for presidency, to become the president of the country. In just this last election, nobody could bring anything against him. So now you will begin to hear some things. They want to, like, oh, he did this, he did that. They will just try to frame up something. But we are still looking, because as far as we know, Nobody is perfect, but at least we still know that Sowore record is still clean, and they couldn't use anything against him during that election. So we don't know. Maybe it is now they want to bring up some things that he has done. We don't know the reason why they want to arrest him, because just okay, next tomorrow is the whatever. So what has he done before now that will warrant that? So we get to hear the reason why he's being arrested. So guys, that's just where I'm going to stop this thing. I would like to hear from you, this new developments, with a show. Please put down your comments in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.